What is up, guys? It's Fat Leo, and this is my first battle of the Token Minorities March Madness against Jerome O'Connor. And basically, team I'm bringing Anti-Lead Arrow, Rocks, Taunt, Stone Edge, and Aerial Ace, Circuitry, Focus Sash with Energy Ball, Thunderbolt, HP Ice, and Tail Glow, Blaziken with Agility Pass to Mew, Mew with Psyche MZ, Nasty Plot, Flamethrower, or Mewinium Z rather, and last move Shadow Ball for Uniclus, Weavile Standard, Ice Shard, Life Orb set with Foul Play for Scizor switching, and Belly Drum Azumarill so with Citrus Berry. So let's just get into this. I lead with this as was my plan, and taunt him turn 1 so he doesn't get his rocks up, and we'll see if that's successful at all, and it is. So I prevent him from getting rocks, then I set my own. Hits me with an avalanche, which is a good play. If I attacked him, I was dead, so I stay in here, he goes for Ice Shard. I totally forgot that he could do that. So I'm like, okay, and then here I went into Blaziken without thinking. I'm an idiot. I don't even have fighting moves because I'm an Agility Pass set, so I'm like, okay, we're in too deep, let's go. So I sub, he EQs. I'm like, okay, let's do it again. I sub. He EQs. I'm like, okay, so let's just knock. Get rid of his Eviolite, and I did that, and he killed me off. So basically, I sacked 2 Mons for rocks and to get rid of an Eviolite. I go to Hal because I'm Focus Sash, so I can live any hit. So I click Energy Ball, take him out, which is pretty good. He lets me do it, so I'm like, okay, great. Get a boost. Next he goes into Thunderous, and I'm like, okay, no problem. I don't know what you want to do to me. I'm just going to kill you with HP Ice, so I do that. He dies. So I'm like, okay, don't know what you're going to do now. Goes into Conkeldurr, and I'm like, okay. He Mach Punches, and Thunderbolt takes him out. And I'm like, alright, I'm at +3 now. You better bring in Zygarde or something. He brings in Scizor. I'm like, alright. He Bullet Punches, and I take him out with Thunderbolt. And I'm like, oh my god, is this like, is this game a game of who can be the bigger idiot between the two of us? He goes Zygarde. I decided to just sack here as he goes for 1,000 arrows. I was like, oh, he's Scarfed, but Zygarde outspeeds, so whatever. I go to Arendelle, and he goes to Dragon Dance on me as I click Psyche MZ, or Genesis Supernova rather. And he clicks Outrage, which does 18, or 80, whatever. Nice. I take him out with Psychic. And now he's got Suicune in here who can kill me, but I can put a lot of damage on it with Psychic, so I do that, Psychic 50%, and he goes for Scald and takes me out. So I'm like, okay, this game's in the bag. All I really have to do is go with Azumarill and click Belly Drum, or not Belly Drum, what am I saying, click Play Rough, and he'll die. But I click Play Rough, and this is where I find out I'm actually thick fat. So if he burns me, I lose the game. So I click Belly Drum, get this HP back, and now I'm like, okay, I hope this does enough damage. And he Ice Beams me. I'm like, okay, good. And I click Play Rough, and thankfully it does 59%, so it's a 2-hit KO, so he can't beat me. So he Ice Beams. He was trying to freeze, I guess. And I Play Rough, and I take him out. So that was quite a battle. So coming up next are the rest of my battles. I'm doing, I think, 3 of them today, and then another day I will have the rest. I'll have my other one another day. So I'll just I'll upload this all in one video. But yeah, that's this one. Game 1, I won 2-0. Yeah, better than my best friend Safari Star. Okay, battle 2. This is against Money Guy. I'm gonna know after beating Jerome, so I'm gonna play this normal speed. I lead Arrow. It's like an anti-lead of sorts, just like similar to first game. But I'm gonna click Earthquake, and this thing is Shucka Berry, and it only does 27, so it is bad. And he hits me with Ice Beam, which only does 49, so it looks like he's no special attack investment. I click Aerial Ace, predicting him to switch, but he Ice Beams again. Good play on his part, and I'm like, he's not sacking this. He's just not. So I set my own rocks. Goes into Mungus. Pretty sure here I just sacked. Yeah, I just clicked Aerial Ace, did 55. Just sacked Icarus right here. So to revenge this, I go into probably Blaziken if I'm not mistaken. I'm recording this so late. Oh, I actually go Drebin because he doesn't have too much of a switch into Drebin. I click Icicle Crash and he goes and sacks Elizabeth here. So I've prevented rocks and set my own. I miss Icicle Crash, which sucks, but it doesn't matter because I connect the next one. So dodge the bullet there. Goes into Bleezes. I stay in because I'm scared of Valzu. So I click Poison Jab, do some damage, and he right here misses Play Rough, which is really, really bad for him. Really, really bad. I click Poison Jab, take this out. But he has an easy revenge option in Meta Jam. But oh yeah, but I just sack Weavile, don't I? I switch. Oh, I have Mew as a switch in. Right, of course. I have Mew to switch into Blunder right here. So he clicks Thunder Punch. It doesn't do too much. I think he goes into Moongus now, if I'm not mistaken. He goes Weavile. That's fine. I'm prepared for this. I'm fully physically defensive with Z move, so Nock's not doing anything. Click Vacuum Wave, do some damage. Here he reveals to be Adam and Scarfed. The only way Nock would have done that, so I just Vacuum Wave, pick him off. I'm not even sure how important the Weavile was in this game, honestly. Like, I could have probably just sacked him. So here he baits me to go for my Z move, which was a stupid play on my part because for his knock to do so little, I would have to be a Z move unless I'm holding a Mega Stone, which would be stupid. So I should have called that. Here I Dark Pulse. I have no reason not to Dark Pulse. He was scouting for it, I guess, but whatever. I click Psychic now, do some damage, and he just Toxics me. So whatever, no big deal. Here I assume he'd switch, but I just wanted to make the safe play, so I click Psychic because Dark Pulse wouldn't have killed. I figured he'd switch, but I just wanted to be really safe here. Dark Pulse would have not necessarily killed. He defogs the rocks, which really doesn't matter, as I Dark Pulse, and he's actually Cobra Berry, so he lives that too. And it would have done 50% otherwise, and I have like no special attack investment. And he keeps spamming defog. I'm not sure why he didn't want to just kill me, but whatever. I die anyway, so I don't know, whatever. He goes into Blunder, and I went into Circuitry. Clicks Fake Out. I flinch, but the game's wrapped up here. I click Volt Switch. He makes a good play to stay in, I guess, but it doesn't really matter, so I go into Shiny. He clicks Drain Punch. I mean, whatever. I don't think I have Aqua Jet on this. Yeah, I don't think I had Aqua Jet on this set, so I just clicked Thunder Punch and took me out, so whatever. And now all I have to do is click Thunderbolt twice, and I win the game, but I think I Volt Switched anyway. I don't know why I did that. And here I went into Jack Sparrow. If I clicked Agility, I could have picked up the 3-0, but maybe he put me to sleep. So I just clicked Blitz, crit him, doesn't matter. He was dead anyway. What the hell? Oh yeah, I'm Agility, so I'm not Scarf, so he just takes me out. He Fake Outs. I think Drain Punch would have probably been enough, but whatever. Clicks Drain Punch, so yeah. And I just go to Circuitry, and I click Dazzling Gleam and win the game. So his player miss was bad, but I don't know how much it mattered because I didn't use Weavile the rest of the game, so maybe it didn't matter at all. But yeah, 2-0. Nice start. Nice start. Next, we've got Inversify. So, coming up. Okay, so next, this is my battle against Inversify. I play with music off, normal speed. I led Mew. This is physically defensive to take on Kartana. He crits me, which doesn't really matter. I just click Flamethrower, drop into a Sash. It doesn't matter because I can still live another one, so I'm going to recover it off, recover that damage. As it goes into Birdman, and I did pack Ice Beam for this. Not sure if I clicked it here. Oh, I did, yep. I definitely clicked Ice Beam here. As he turns out to be Assault Vest, my crit, I don't think it mattered. We both got useless crits, so he U-turns, goes into Victini, who actually can't KO me either, so my Mew is doing really well. I'm taking out his entire team. I Earth Power, and this man is Shucka. So all the coverage that I seem to pick with my Mew is covered by everyone else's berries, so I roost. It looks so, right now, I should have stayed in because Blue Flare doesn't, I think Blue Flare only has 5 PP, so I could have stalled him out, but I went in Icarus. He crits again. I don't think that mattered, man, but whatever. And this was an interesting Icarus set, but I set rocks, and I had taunt for Garchomp, for Drill, for anyone, to make sure rocks didn't go up against me, because I had a Sash Kartana, no hazard removal. And I didn't click taunt, so he got his rocks, so it was really bad on my part. Here I had to switch because I didn't have HP Ice, so I went into Mew, which was really stupid because I could have just recovered on him if I just went hard into Mew. Like, if I, not hard, if I sacked something and then went into Mew. Terrible play on my part. Go to Kartana. I have no reason not to. He can't do too much to me. -4 Dracos are not going to be doing that much, but he actually has Flamethrower, and I live because he's -4. I click Night Slash, predicting him to switch, but it doesn't matter because the damage on Garchomp doesn't matter to me because Aerodactyl is just going to take him out anyway, so I go to Arrow, click Stone Edge. Not right away, I'll take him out eventually because he can't hit Aerodactyl, and I'm pretty sure I have Roost, so yeah, there you go, Roost. He's just spamming rocks, he doesn't want to attack me for some reason, but after my good start, I kind of messed it up by not taunting and stuff. It was not very well done. Here, I'm physically defensive mostly, so I know I can live Iron Head. Unfortunately, I don't have Earthquake, so I just clicked Stone Edge. I was scanning what he would do because then I would switch into Blaziken, and he clicks Iron Head. Obviously, doesn't do too much. I click Blitz, and he sacks Kartana. Good play on his part. And we're back to 4-4, so it's not looking that bad all of a sudden. But he goes into this, and I'm not Scarfed. I'm Banded. So I sack Icarus. And it's weird that he would do that, predicting me to be banded, but I don't know. So here I go into this. I clicked HP Ground, predicting Excadrill, and he stayed in. I was like, I mean, what would I have done? I didn't really, like, it was a 50-50. I could have done nothing. Here I clicked Thunderbolt as he went into Excadrill. Good play. Could I have called that? I mean, I guess, but, you know, whatever. It's a tough play. I clicked CQ, I just let him kill me, so my one play now is to go to Shiny and win with Belly Drum, but I know he's got Clefable in the back, and it hasn't taken any damage, so I'm not going to be able to kill it. But I Belly Drum and survive. And so basically the situation is, if Clefable hard switches in on me, it dies to Aqua Jet plus Iron Tail, even if it's unaware, like especially after Rock, so predicting the Clefable to hard switch, I didn't go for Aqua Jet, I went for Iron Tail, which absolutely made no difference whether I clicked Iron Tail first or Aqua Jet. So I could have clicked Aqua Jet to kill Excadrill, but I just lose the game. I could have brought this differential down to a 2-0. Differential does matter here, so, you know, if it's a tiebreaker on head-to-head, differential is the next tiebreaker, so I could have brought it down to a 2-0 because, assuming I hit Iron Tail, because I Jet to kill this, Iron Tail the Clef, put it in range of Banded Blaziken, while the remainder of his team was also in range of Banded Blaziken. So I would have dropped it to at least a 2-0. Yeah, but I lost here. Yep. On to the next battle, which is against Mesh. Alright, Battle 4. I got a Southwest Azu, Spadef, Yatch, Hippo to get damage off on Mamoswine, Scarf Circuitry, Sash Kartana. I don't even know what I was doing with the Kartana set, it's just random stuff. Hone Claws Aerodactyl, and Life Orb Weavile. So, without Ice Shard, actually. So, I needed Aerial Ace and Poison Jab, but just want to make the situation clear here. If I win, I'm 3-1, and I'm almost definite. Like I'm in. If I'm 3-1, I'm almost definitely in. Assuming Mesh doesn't win his next 2 games because he won one already, or he would have to lose one of them. Anyway, if I win 3-1, I'm almost definitely in. If I lose, I'm 2-2, so I'm almost definitely out. Because my differential right now is 0, so if I lose, it would be bad anyway. So I lose, I'm almost definitely out. I win, and I'm in, most likely. So I'm gonna play this now, and Yeah, I lead Azu, who's Assault Vest. I can live anything from anyone. He has no play rough switch-ins except the Bronzong. But anyway, reflects turn 1, I miss play rough. Great. Great. So I switch out into Kartana because I want to. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It was not a good play. I just whatever. So Leaf Blade does some damage. A little bit because of his Rindo Berry. I defog here and I basically lose Kartana for nothing. And this damn Finny has only taken 20%. So I should have attacked him one more time. Nah, but it was a misplay. So I just want to pause here. Now, my thought process on this turn, and I'm going to pause for the important turns. So here I clicked Volt Switch because I have no reason not to Energy Ball. And Energy Ball, well, because Energy Ball hits Donphan and hits the switch in, or the mon that was currently in Tapu Fini. Now, because of that, I was like, okay, he has. Why are you going Donphan? Why would you go Donphan if I can still Energy Ball and hit you? If I can make that middle ground play. And he went Donphan anyway, as I Volt Switched, and he caught me because I'm Scarfed. I'm like, okay, I'm going to switch out. So I lose a lot of momentum there. I go to Shiny. He sets up his rocks, and here I click Waterfall, as he probably goes Finny. Yeah, he goes Finny. I click Knock, actually. I knew he'd switch. I thought he'd go Bronzong, but he doesn't. He clicks Moonblast, does no damage, and I click Play Rough, and I miss again. So this damn Finny is just hanging in there. So now I go hard into Xurkitree, because, you know, things dying, so he goes Spanic now, and I'm like, alright, I've got no reason not to Energy Ball, so I'm going to Energy Ball. I'm like, what is he? He did it again. He went into Donphan again. I'm like, how is Donphan? I don't understand. I don't understand how Donphan is a Xurkitree switching. And I go for Energy Ball here. I just want to be safe. I could have doubled, but you know, it was really risky to double because I could have killed Donphan. I go into Ruka Ruka Alley on him. He quakes, does no damage, whatever. He goes into Latias here. As I set my rocks, and this is, you know, this could be bad, depending on his spread, honestly, but I am Spread F to take this on somewhat. If he has Ice Beam, then I'm good. And he actually goes for Sub, which is great, because I slack off, get to max, see, you know, scout what he does. And here I was like, please click Calm Mind. And he clicks Calm Mind, because I came prepared for this. I brought Whirlwind, or Roar, so he wasn't going to catch me out with that. And because I'm Yachberry, I actually stay in an Earthquake, because I need this damage off on Mamoswine to sweep with Aerodactyl or Xurkitree, or even kill him with a Aqua Jet. So I stayed in here, I think. Yeah, I just quaked again because I was at a range to live another one, and I would have made it so he was dead to rocks. So he Psychics, I Slack. This turn he's gonna Calm Mind as I Slack. It was really risky for me to Roar, predicting that. So I just made the safe play. He goes for Dragon Pulse, only does 58, so it's not that much. And I get a Roar him out into Donphan. And right here, I think I just slacked to get my Hippowdon full. As he clicks Rapid Spin to get rid of the rocks, and here, that's where I made a mistake. I should have killed him, because now I have to spend another turn setting up rocks. He goes into Tapu Fini, and it's annoying, so I should have just killed the Donphan there. It's another misplay on my part. But he went into this. I hard switch into Hal, because I thought he would, honestly, I thought he'd reflect. But he goes for Moonblast, drops my special attack, and now I have no choice but to go for the electric move, because Energy Ball would have not killed him, so I go for Volt Switch, and he goes into Donphan again, and it's not a nice time. This wasn't a very smooth game for me, and it's not looking great here, honestly, but he spins again on my Ruka Ruka Alley. Here I just decided, I think, I don't even know what I decided to do. I just quaked, yeah, I got 26% on. So now, if I had connected the two play roughs previously, then this Fini was dead. Goes for Calm Mind as I recover. Now he's going to be able to surf me and do a lot of damage, but, you know, whatever. I'm just staying in here and clicking EQ. Or Roar. I clicked Roar. I could have EQ'd, yeah, but whatever. Goes Lottie. I may be able to live this hit, but I don't care. I switch into this because I thought he would Dragon Pulse. I didn't think he'd Psychic because it'd be really risky to let Weavile in. And then he switches. into dog. Okay, and I click play rough and I miss play rough again. This one didn't matter because it was Bronzong. He goes into Tapu Fini on the knock, but this goddamn thing is still alive because I could not connect the damn play rough. He goes to reflect. I click play rough. Does 19%. So without the reflect, it would have done about 40. So the thing was just so dead. So I click Aqua Jet, take it out finally. Great. Yeah, it goes to Raikou. What I could have done is click Aqua Jet here, but it was not a great play for me. I went to Ruka Ruka to sack it. But in case he did go for the electric move, which he did to make the safe play, because he had no reason not to really. Now I doubled back into Weavile, because I knew the HP Ice was coming. Because again, he had no reason not to unless he was predicting Weavile, which would have been a bit of a stretch to risk. And I thought a long time about this play, but ultimately I just ended up clicking knockoff because I had to. I didn't really have a choice. It was either that or sack Hippowdon. So, and play around with like reflect turns, which I mean I guess that was the play ultimately, but it was I don't know, it was a difficult decision. Here I click Earthquake, take him out, and I thought I lost the game, honestly. At this point I thought it was done because I have Aerodactyl and he's got a max HP Bronzong, right? My win conditions are Xurkitree, Scarf Xurkitree, and Aerodactyl, who outspeeds everyone on his team, but the problem is that Aerodactyl can't be Bronzong if he's Levitate because I don't have Crunch. I forgot about, or I brought Earthquake, Stone Edge, and something else. I don't remember what, but I don't have Crunch. Oh, Aerial Ace. I had Aerial Ace for something. I needed it, I remember. But that can't sweep because Levitate Bronzong walls me. Xurkitree can't sweep because I can't lock myself into an electric move because Lottie lives an electric move from the range it's at. Raikou is dead, okay, so it doesn't matter. But then he's got 2 ground types, so I have to lock myself into something that can kill Mamoswine. That would be Energy Ball. Energy Ball doesn't do anything to this. Or Dazzling Gleam, which doesn't do anything to Bronzong. So we've got a problem, and I'm like, I can't win here. But on this turn, he actually goes into Mamoswine. So I'm like, oh man, so that means he's heat-proof for Blaziken on Bronzong instead of Levitate. So I'm like, oh. And if I wasn't an idiot here, I would have actually won this game cleanly right here, right now. But for some reason, when I was making this team, I was like, alright, I'm not going to bother EVing my Aerodactyl to outspeed Scarf Mamoswine because he wouldn't bring Scarf Mamoswine because Aerodactyl still outspeeds him. And this is on top of this happened the day that I watched Lars's GBA game when he didn't, like an idiot, he didn't EV his Magearna to outspeed max speed Dugtrio just to be just he could have just been safe with that sweep in his hands, his damn win condition. He could have, and I said all this. I'm like, Lars is stupid. He could have just been safe with his win condition. The one Pokemon that was supposed to sweep the team. And he took such a huge risk. And then the same day, I did the exact same thing. And I almost blew the entire game on this one play. So, yeah, I made a really stupid decision, on a really bad assumption. And you'll see, he's EV'd properly to outspeed whatever I am, and he icicle crashes and kills. I stayed in, I had no choice. If he was ice shard, then I was good, but yeah. I jet here, whatever. I have no reason not to, because anything that comes in just dies, so he goes into Bronzong, and I click knock off his Cobra Bear, so it doesn't do too much. And he clicks Zen Headbutt, drops me quite low. I switch into Hippowdon here because I could have killed him, but honestly, I didn't even calc. I didn't think it would kill, but I could have killed him there. And I switched into Hippowdon because I'm at a range to live any hit. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm going to recover here. As if he goes Lottie, I literally just roar. If he goes Mamoswine, he's locked into Ice, and I go into Azumarill, and I can just, like, because Ice Shard wouldn't kill me, so I can honestly even go Xurkitree and click, I don't know,
Dazzling Gleam, or I can click anything, you know? So I was like, alright, I'm going to heal this guy up because this is my only opportunity. Otherwise, he's a sack. And he crits me with Zen Headbutt. So Zen Headbutt, max roll was 19% from his spread I calc. So here I have to knock. I'm like, this game's done at this point. The only hope I have is that if his Mammoth doesn't have Ice Shard, because circuitry is incredibly low. So he goes into this. I jet just to get off some damage. It doesn't really matter. Psychics me, takes me out. So yeah, this is bad. Everyone, yeah. So I go into circuitry. I'm Scarf, right? So this is Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, take him out. If he doesn't have Ice Shard, I win. If he has Ice Shard, he wins. That's what it comes down to right now. And he clicks Ice Shard and takes me out. And that's the game. And it's really not a great game for me. Ultimately, me EVing my Aerodactyl like a complete idiot cost me the game because everyone on this team was in range. Bronzong was in range of Earthquake, I assume. I mean, even if it wasn't, then like he brought in Mamoswine, and Mamoswine was in range of Stone Edge. Even if I EV'd properly and I was Jolly, he was in range of Stone Edge. Obviously, I had to connect Stone Edge, but Mamoswine was dead. Bronzong, if it could even kill me in one hit, was dead. Then is Lottie was dead. So now I'm 2-2, -2, and I recorded this really late, so now I know all the results. So Mesh actually lost his next 2 games, and the head-to-head, the tiebreaker for second, the tiebreaker is first it's obviously record, then it's head-to-head, then it's differential. Between me, Jerome, and Mesh, it was a 3-way tie on head-to-head. I beat Jerome. Jerome beat Mesh. Mesh beat me. So then the next tiebreaker is overall differential, and my overall differential is -1. Jerome's is, I believe, -1 as well, and I think Mesh is also -1. So no. Jerome has the best differential out of all of them. That's the first guy I played. That total mess of a game. If I had just got 2 more differential points, I was in. So because I would have had the head-to-head over Mesh. So I think his differential was ultimately +1, and Mesh was 0. But I'm not 100% sure about that. So basically, the game that I played against in Versify, where I didn't Aquajet the X control to pick up the kill, cost me 1 differential point. The following turn, I would have clicked Iron Tail on the Clefable, which wouldn't have killed it, but it would have put it in range of Bandit Blaziken. And the rest of his team was in range of Bandit Blaziken as well, so those 2 differential points that I legit just choked away came back to haunt me, and I'm not moving on in March Madness, so that's okay, you know. And not to mention Finny never dying because of goddamn play roughs. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so that's it. 2-2 in March Madness. I'm cheering for Jerome for Jerome for the remainder of this tourney because I don't know, seems cool. So, Valio out.